I was looking for somebody to tell me the name of that streets. Okay, since you don't know it, let me do you the honor. Okay, so if you are from Lagos Island, you will know that that was Ojogiwa streets. I've been at Ojogiwa, Lagos Island. It's not Venice, so it's not Venice in France. So, okay, I've been in Venice, no, not in France. That is the mega city of Tinubu and his other criminals. So the person behind the whole move is no other person than Shaguri. I think I even have this image I can put up. Is Tinubu's confidant who helps the French government that is giving him asylum in France, because Shaguri can be arrested, right? He's a criminal as well, even though he's is a multi-billionaire, supposed Lebanese businessman, okay? But there are certain countries that he dare not go to. If he mistakenly touches down in those countries, it won't make mistake. And he's protected by France because he's also involved in their shady criminal, pillaging of Africa. He found his solace in Nigeria since the days of Sonny Abacha. So yesterday, Tony Elumelu, who is the friend of Tinubu, one of the people that have been working to help them launder their money through Nigerian banks anyway, they brought him in to come and sign an agreement that UBA, the UBA bank, are now open in France. I don't know. Do you not have UBA in France? Because I think there is a UBA. UBA is international bank now, isn't it? Right. So they brought him into a room. And Tinubu, these are the investors. The investors they are talking about, right? Shaguri on the right. Those are the investors Tinubu met in France. The one on the left is Tony Elumelu. Tony Elumelu to go and sign an agreement that allows UBA to open a branch in France. UBA. So on the right is Shaguri. Tinubu's confidant, the guy who is the co-partner with Tinubu. You know, Tinubu's son, Sheyi, is the one representing Tinubu on the board of High-Tech. High-Tech, the company that got the contracts for constructing the Lagos-Calabar coastal road. Lagos-Calabar coastal road. Yeah, that's Shaguri. And do you know that the High-Tech itself has what is called Sheyi Tinubu as a shareholder for his father. So Shaguri and their group, see, look at them. Look at the businessmen Tinubu met in France who are coming to invest in Nigeria, the business people, right? I'm coming on. There's something I want to pull out here. All right. So take a look. Tinubu awarded Lagos to Calabar. Lagos to Calabar, 700 kilometers. So Shaguri. That's the Shaguri guy. Look at Tinubu's business people. The people that Tinubu met in France. Some of these ones are the political appointees of Macron. Others are, I do not, no be Dangote did this far left, so no be Dangote be that. This guy on the far left. Then when you look at the faces of all these guys in this photo, dubious Dapo on the far right. Abi? Wale Idun was next to dubious Dapo. All right. Then who is there again? Look at the faces of the business people that he met. His ministers. So Tinubu went to France with the contingent of about 150 people. The same guy who said that they are cutting down on cost and all of that. Abi? So take a look at this. Shaguri is the one I put arrow on his head. He's the brain behind this whole thing. All right. He's Tinubu's confidant. The guy that Tinubu awarded Lagos Calabar Super Highway Coastal Road to for 15 trillion, for 18 trillion now, $12 billion, 700 kilometers for $12 billion. Now, do you know that from Cairo to Cape Town is a distance of 1,155 or 56, right? That is the distance between this superhighway constructed between Cairo and South Africa is 1,155 or 56 kilometers. Guess how much it costs? That road costs $1.6 billion, this road. But Tinubu awarded Lagos Calabar to high-tech Shaguri, circled on the right, for $12 billion. The money they will borrow that will further destroy Nigeria Naira. For the road they will never construct. So Shaguri and his high-tech and Tinubu and gang, right? They will swindle Nigeria of at least $10 billion before they will abandon the supposed road. Okay? So these are the business people to make it look like they actually went to go and do business in France. Investors from France. There is no investor coming from anywhere in France. And if you remember, when Tinubu had a chance of telling people why he was in France, he was telling all of them about how poor you all are in that contraption.
Memory of the welcome I received during my visit to Nigeria in July.
I'll bring that back up for us, where Tinubu told them in France. I know it is like a punishment. I shouldn't bring it back, but for the sake of those who are going to sit and watch this broadcast or watch this video later, especially the Ronukus who don't like me, I don't like them too. So if giving them this, what do you call it, the reason to possibly get mad, if I have to give it to them, I wouldn't mind. So easy. I do that all the time to get them much like a mad and madder. Right? So these are the business people that is meeting in France. But it is not about these guys. I've said this many times and I'll keep reminding all of you. The same thing I said last year is what I'm telling you today. Last year, when they said he was invited to France, I said it was not for any other reason because, to go and tell them why he failed. He was unable to invade Niger Republic as they agreed. So, and he went there to tell them that it was one David Undenyi that exposed the plan. If they can use Interpol to help them track him and get him and bundle him back to Nigeria, maybe they can try again. So this time around, it's not just about how to invade Niger or other West African countries that are kicking France out of Africa. It is about how to possibly give France what they are losing in those places. It was there doing Bambi Allah. Yeah, that's why he was there. He was doing Bambi Allah on the side because that's actually their modus operandi. We have problem of hunger. We have problem of poverty. We have problem of insecurity. So they asked, what do you make of this? He's basically saying his country's economy is in shambles.
Et de faire du Nigeria un grand partenaire pour aujourd'hui et pour demain. Merci de votre présence à Paris et merci de tout cela.
Your Excellency, I'm very happy that today is taking place. There is, like I said earlier on, sunshine in Paris, beautiful city. I express my gratitude to warm reception and hospitality that have been accorded to us since we arrived, this great nation. The Franco-Nigerian business role is so important, and trade and investment has been integral to this partnership. As discussed earlier on, we need to do more, promote more, invest more in very important areas. Food security is one of them. We cannot but invest in one another's economy. As Nigerian financial sector is involving in the France environment. Thank you for creating the conducive environment for them to flourish, and we are creating the same grant for investment in Nigerian economy for the French nationality. In the area of food security, it is a must. An hungry population is an unrestful population. And we hold it a responsibility by all of us to put together a food security program for private sector investors to come in, invest, with the risk, the fears that they may have. We've been working on stabilizing the security system in Nigeria, and we are getting closer and closer. We are doing better now in the area of security. I can assure all the investors here that Nigeria is open for business. And I thank you for your collaboration. Vital to this is the education of our children. We have a vibrant youth population that is well educated and ready to be trained, skilled, and development of our economy. This, I will emphasize, that we need the French expert and investment to do more in this area to help develop our youth population. As your intelligence, to further de-risk the opportunity in solid mineral. We have this potential to diversify our economy from fossil fuel. Yes, we agree. The need for deepening the environment, but a starved nation will not care what weather or environment brings. But no child should go to bed hungry in the world, 21st century. We need to collaborate further for that. The agriculture sector is a very potential, a good example. If you de-risk and promote, investment in dairy. If an African child is given a pint of milk in a class 100, there will be no problem going to the classroom. If an African child is assured of a good sandwich,
et de faire du Niger
nuisance lélẹ́yìí.
Kolu. Everything to him is bribery with food and money. If African child is given a pint of milk, if African child is given a sandwich, what is sandwich? There will be no problem to go back to a classroom. Deepening environment. What is deepening environment? Starving people, God damn it, man. So the investors, these are the investors. So just to remind all of you, Shaguri, Dubious Dapo, the Eleweron of Kwara, Stevie Wonder, you see him, now he did that second row on the left, third from the left on the second row. That is the governor of Kwara. Which one is there again? Elumelu. Who else is the one at the far back? You see that minister, that lady, the one in front of her. That's another minister, which is the Minister of Defense. The one in front of that one is also another minister, Minister of Labor. Who else can you identify in this photo? These are the investors they went to meet. Look at, beside Shaguri, is Dele Alakori to the right. Look at the right of Shaguri. That's Dele Alakori. These are the investors. It's about the mineral resources of Nigeria, assuring them in France that if these other West African countries, take a look at the Minister of Youth. That is the Minister of Youth in Nigeria. All right. I don't know his name, but he's the Minister of Youth in Nigeria. These are the investors that Tinubu went to see in France. Anyway, let's move on. Have you heard the Zulum? Ahmedo, okay, is Celia in the house? Celia, that's my lady Celia. Garba Live, is Garba Live in the house on YouTube? She can help us do this interpretation, okay? But I can tell you in a very short form. The governor of Borno State, Zulum, the guy whose half of his state is controlled by terrorists, and he's been collecting allocations from Abuja. They collected over 750 million naira early this year to maintain and manage the single dam in Maiduguri Metropolis. Zulum and his gang collected the money, shared the money, and they said the dam was fine. Only for the dam to break and wreak havoc that people started contributing money. Like Ukraine. They started giving him money every day, everywhere, money. And he managed to raise over 15 billion naira. Can you believe that? And they were sharing bread that they were throwing at the victims. Okay, those people who lost their houses, those one who died, everybody where water washed away, those whose cars were destroyed. They were throwing them, they were giving them rice and bread. So today, that Zulum is in shock that Tinubu's tax reform is going to reduce whatever money they are giving to them. No matter how much they try to sugarcoat or sweet talk them to believing that this tax reform is in their interest, they won't take it. There will be no free money like before for northern Nigeria, and some of them are not going to take it lightly. So anybody who understands Hausa, please let me do interpretation as much as you can. Just use the summary in the comments, okay? I'll put your summary on the screen if it is right. He is telling all the politicians from northern Nigeria, the lawmakers, to reject Tinubu's tax reform because it will weaken and wreck the northern Nigeria economically. It is not this tax that will direct them. These guys, just this morning, the governor of Kaduna announced that he has forgiven terrorists, repentant terrorists. In northern Nigeria, where terrorism is at the highest, is a place where these supposed criminal politicians, governors, state governors, royal fathers, Emir, Sultan, and the rest of them have been advocating for the rehabilitation of terrorists. All they have to do is to say they have repent. I repent. I repent. It's okay. Are you sure? Yeah, take. Give him Holy Quran. Yeah, take Holy Quran and swear. Say, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, I repent. They say he's a repentant terrorist. And the terrorists continue to wreak havoc in that part of Nigeria to the point that they've destroyed their economy beyond anything. The only thing they are using to sustain themselves, to survive, is the free money that comes from Abuja every month. The money shared based on population. So, to them, if this Tinubu's tax reform is done, it's going to wreck them economically. I was like, no, I think you are already wrecked by your choice of protecting terrorists who continue to kill farmers and stop the food production. That is what is wrecking the northern economy. But no, he disagrees with me. His reasons.
Mun yi tir da wannan dokan da aka kai a National Assembly. Zai kawo koma baya ma kasan arewa. Ba arewa kadai ba ma South East. Su ma za su samu problem da South South. South West din ma har da su Oyo, su Oshun, su Ikiti, Ondo duk za su samu problem.
Kuna ganin cewar kamar riba ce kawai ga Lagos.
Lagos. So don saboda aka mu a ganin mu haka. Su kuma suna gaya mana wai cewa wannan abin zai kawo koma baya ga Lagos. To mu muka ce inda haka ne ba ma so Lagos ya yi baya. Ya kamata a bar yadda muke yanzu. Wannan ba adawa ba ne. Wannan wani abu ne wanda mu a ganin mu cewa zai kashe arewa gaba daya. Don saboda haka mun kira kowa da kowa da shugaban kasa Bola Tinubu ya kamata ya zanna ya duba wannan abin. Don saboda arewa in ka zuba board nashi kashi 60 aka ba shi arewa. Idan yana jin magana wayansu mutane cewa fa mutane arewa ba sa son shi. A'a, in an yi mana abin da muke so shikenan. Mu abin da muke so yanzu maganan wannan tax wannan kar a yi.
Ku kuna tunani kamar ku gwamnonin arewa haka za ku kira sanatoci da 'yan majalisar wakilai na arewacin Najeriya ku zauna tare ku nuna musu cewar wannan abu ba za ku yarda da shi ba?
Za mu zanna tare kuma mun riga mun yi magana. Amma mu abin da muke so me ya sa ana hanzari. Akwai petroleum bill wannan da aka kawo ya kai kamar shekara 20 yana National Assembly kafin aka zantar da shi. To wannan abin an kawo shi cikin kwana 5-6 sati daya ana so a tabbatar cewa an sa doka wannan. Mu ko muna ce ai hankali a duba tabbatar cewa wannan abun ko mu ba ma nan yara mu za su amfana. Fitinan da muke ciki tukuna mu a ganin mu kuma wannan bildin ya wuce ko salari ba za mu ya mu biya ba. Ko an biya yanzu muna gani shekara daya zai zama masifa.
Wato kuna ganin kamar cewar wannan kudurin dokar za ta jawo yunwa da talauci da kuma baya a arewa?
Har da security zai kawo mana. Su kuma suna ce ba haka ba. Amma mu kuma muka ce tunda abin da mu muka ce ba masu. Lagos ya ce shi ma abin zai mai da shi baya. To inda haka ne me ya dame su? Su yi hakuri mana su bari National Assembly members na arewa House of Rep da na House of Assembly. Ba arewa kadai ba ma wato South East da kuma South South ko South West din ma akwai wanda ba sa so. Wannan abin bai nuna cewa muna adawa da gwamnati ba. Wannan abin rayin mu ne kuma zai mai da mu baya yadda muka gani. Kuma na kira duk mutanen House of Rep da Senator kar su tafiya su zana daram kuma kar kowa ya sayar da mu. A yi hankali kar kowa ya zai ce muku wai a'a shugaban kasa ya faɗa haka a'a ba haka ba ne. Wannan siyasa ne mun yi shi mun jafa mishi kuri'a ba mu ce wani abu ba amma aka dawo wannan abun wannan matsalar na tax wannan muka ce